Joy friends, welcome to Yarn Joy Adventures number 19. My name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations, and welcome into my house. I am so excited to be here. I have missed you guys. It's been a while since we did Yarn Joy in the Making. We missed a week because we unfortunately had an unexpected death, and then this was supposed to air last night, and it didn't. But there's a reason for that. So we've only missed 1 week. Yarn Joy Adventures and Joy in the Making, since they contain 2 different sets of projects every week, I am going to put them on the same night, and I'm going to be moving them to Monday nights. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm trying to free up all of my time on Saturday and Sunday and just make it family time. Occasionally there will still be some things happening on the channel on Saturdays and Sundays, but with everything that, our family has been through, I'm really trying to honor and respect our family time. And I know that you would appreciate and understand that as well. So that's the first little tidbit. Yarn Joy Adventures and Joy in the Making will start airing on Monday nights. All right. So what's happening? What's on your hook? Well, let me show you what has been on my hook for the last 2 weeks since we've last been together. And then I am so excited to share some makes that some of you have sent in. And then, of course, we always have a segment of bloopers. So hope you'll stay on this adventure ride with me. And without further ado, let me get to showing you what has been accomplished on the doll. Okay, I have not accomplished as much as I would like to have had for you to show you, but nonetheless, I have done some things, and then I'm going to share with you why I haven't gotten any more done on the doll than what I have. So I believe the last time we were together, I showed you the completed legs and feet, okay? Well, after I got to looking at them, when I finished the first arm, I thought this doll is really going to be a small doll, and I want the doll a little bit bigger. So I went back to the drawing board and decided to first make the arm the size that I wanted. And this is what I came up with, and you're going to see a significant difference. The second difference you're going to see is that this hand has more of a square look to it, which is going to make it easier when I try to create the fingers to it. This one, the tiny one, has more of a rounded tip. So I like the shape of this one better, but after talking with many friends, especially those at Crochet Club, if I continue the doll in this size, this is going to be a really gigantic doll. So I'm going back to the drawing board because unfortunately when I made adjustments for this, I wrote over the pattern I was creating with this, so I don't have the original pattern for this size. So I'm going to have to remake that pattern. But I think this is too big. And I'd love to know your opinion too. What do you think? Do you think that the size of this is going to end up being too big of a doll and this is a more realistic size? I am going to create the arm and make it just a little bit longer if I continue with this size. But also let me know, do you like the square look better or the rounded look? And I know it's kind of probably hard without fingers being made. I tried to make fingers using the yarn. I did not like it. I have bought some peach embroidery thread for this particular skin tone to try and create fingers with the embroidery thread. So we'll see how that turns out. And then just to show you again, here is one leg and foot. And I started the other foot with the same dimensions that I was making the arm in. And while I do love the shape of this foot, again, it is going to create a really large doll. So I'm kind of going back to the original size that I had started it on. So again, let me know, what do you think? The smaller or the bigger? Would love to know. That's all I've got done on the doll. The reason is I had this big plastic container and it was full. I mean, so full, it was really hard to shut. In fact, it didn't completely shut. It was kind of bulging up on the sides, but it was full of scrap cotton yarn. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to make a couple dish cloths a week using this scrap yarn and get it all used up. Well, yeah, I fell down a rabbit hole and I didn't make just a couple. I made a lot. And I'm almost finished with all of this scrap yarn and making dishcloths. So let me show you all the dishcloths I've made. And I'm hoping to put pictures in because I'm afraid that the colors will not do justice. Well, that one's showing up very, very well. That is the original colors. So maybe since the natural sunlight has gone down a little bit, you might get the original colors showing. All right, here is another one. And again, all of these are made with scrap yarns pieced together. And some of these, it might have been multiples, even of the same color. But that's a beige and a pink together. And that pink, I don't know if you can actually tell. Oh yeah, there you can. It's got some pink and white. So actually, I don't think I'm going to have to take pictures of this for you to see because they're coming through in their original color. So that's cool. All right, here's another one. Now that does look kind of blue, but it is a lavender color. Oh, there we go. That still looks blue, but it is a lavender color with like a cream around the edge. This one's pretty cool. I really like this one. And it's got that same lavender you saw in the last one, kind of a burnt sienna. This is a navy blue and a mint green on the bottom, wrapped in a cream around the border. All right, this is another one. Love this one. I think I'm more in love with some of these scrap dishcloths than ones that I plan to match like towel toppers. All right, here's another one. This one, Todd said reminded him of ice cream. But anyway, but love all those different colors that are throughout all of this. And here is another one. This was several pieces of the same type of yarn, but I think it took about 4 different scraps I had that actually made this one to make it look solid. And I had none left over when I was done. All right, here's another one. You can see I really fell down a rabbit hole and I've been doing nothing but making these dishcloths in the scrap yarn. I have several more to show you. Here's another one. I really like that one too. And that's a blue and white. Yeah. Amongst all the blues and then that bright, what I call Fruit Loops. All right, here's another one. Todd also said this one made him think of ice cream. Easter even, I think he said. But there is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scraps to make this one dishcloth. So, love it. So this one didn't quite turn out the way I thought it would, but I still like it. It kind of makes me think of more Clemson, if you're familiar with like the Clemson and the Gamecocks, but it's not my intention. It's not black, it's actually navy blue, but even at the naked eye looking at it, it looks more black, but it is navy blue and a combination of a variegated orange. But I love the way it turned out. But even on screen there, it does look black, but it is actually navy blue. You can kind of see it more there, but anyway, that was nice. All right, and here's another one. Love the way that turned out. And I do plan on putting on the tags of all of these that it was done with scrap yarn. I'll still sell them for the same amount because I'm still using yarn, you know, and they're the same size, but they're all done in scraps. This one, this centerpiece, it is actually done with 3 scraps of yarn that happen to be alike, but were just left over from, you know, dish towels and dishcloths that I had made. And then I just did a lavender border around it. And again, none of this did I pull out any unused skeins to make. All of this, again, is stuff from the scrap bucket. This one's kind of a Christmassy one, but a little different. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different scraps of yarn to make it. And that's the back side. But anyway. And that one in the middle, it's got red and green little flecks through it. There you go. All right, the next one. I love how that turned out. This one had 3 different types of scraps in it to make it. All right, and the next one, this is a pink, and it's got a solid pink print running through it, and then the variegated. Love the way that one turned out. That's really pretty. I've actually had a lot of fun with these, and that's why I think I fell down that rabbit hole, is because I was having so much fun creating them and seeing how they turned out. But this one is that same solid pink that you saw in this one. And I put this variegated white and blue around the edge of it. All right, looks like we got 2 more to go. 2 of my favorites. I love bright, bright colors. Isn't that pretty? And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually different scraps in it. And finally, the last one is this one, and I love it. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different scraps of yarn in it. So anyway, love how all of these came out. So I think that was a nice little rabbit hole to fall down. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 5 or 6 left that I can make with the scrap yarn that is left in here. So we'll see. We'll see what they turn out like. Well, thank you so much again for joining me for Yarn Joy Adventures. And, you know, don't throw away your scraps. Look at all the beautiful makes that you can make out of your scrap yarn. So hang on to your scrap yarn, whether it's cotton, acrylic, wool, whatever, and put it together. See what you can make. Some of the greatest granny squares are made out of some of the scrap yarns. So just think, if I had, as I individually use things, thrown all these scrap yarns away, just think of all the yarn I would have and could have wasted. And I mean, just look at this, my friends. Look at all the dishcloths I made out of scrap yarns. That's quite a lot. So, all right. If you will, stay tuned for some of our other friends and their wonderful makes that they have shared, and then we'll have some bloopers. And until next time, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and remember, you are special and you are loved. Mwah. Nugs and joy, everyone. Hello, Joy friends. Welcome to this special video on the giveaway that I was doing in, okay, so who was our winner? This person was right on the dot of being 3,000 off from the, well, close to 3,000, right? Mr. Joyful and I. Hello, Joy friends. Thank you so much for joining me for this special video where I reveal the winner. Okay, let's try this again. Shall we? I'm going to get this right. Hello, Joy friends. Welcome to this very special video on how much yarn yardage did I use in 2023. Who is that? Who is that? Who is texting me right now as I'm trying to do this video? I'm not going to reveal who it is, but they sent me a really cool thing and it says, be brave enough to follow your heart. I smell a blooper. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Test, 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 test. Checking volume. Checking that my eyes are going straight.